What's up, party people, to another episode of Who Asked You Podcast. I'm your host, Study Too Groovy, and today we have a very, very, very special guest in the building. What's up, Juju? How you feeling tonight?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. I can't complain. Now, for those who don't know who you are, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Katoriana. I'm a 22-year-old Libra from Flint, Michigan, born and raised. Okay, I currently own and operate two businesses. My baby is JUJU Essence LLC, and my second business that I just started recently is called the Traveling YONI LLC. Everything I do is to deal with holistic healing. So,
So for those who don't know, what exactly is a yoni?
a vagina.
Okay, so if you're a traveling yoni, like what is the business about? What do you do?
Okay, so it's really in the title. It's really in the name of the business, Traveling Yoni. So I travel to you. Um, and for those of you who are not familiar with yoni steaming, literally it's a vaginal steam, a vaginal detox. So I bring all my supplies to you. Everything is sanitized prior to the appointment. So I just ask that everybody has a clean space for me to work out of. And it's pretty much we just have the opportunity to connect, okay, and do some healing. There's meditation involved. There's this open discussion involved. There have been times where my clients will vent to me and just release. It's release.
So it's like a therapeutic type of experience,
Oh
kind
yeah,
of like
most definitely.
a woman to woman healing experience. That's dope. That's dope.
Thank
So,
you.
but you said you are 22, right?
I
And you
am.
have two businesses. Like that's some boss goddess energy right there. Two businesses at 22, 22, two businesses. Come on now. That's dope. Can you tell us a little bit about your other business, Juju Essence LLC? Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Okay. So first of all, thank you. So
Indeed.
Juju Essence. For those of you who don't know, I'm very spiritual, to the core of me. So everything I do, okay, is spiritual. My work, everything. Okay. So with Juju Essence, it's pretty much it's like a health, beauty, and wellness brand. But like I said, I work with herbs. So a lot of the things that I do, like everything I make is homemade, made with love and a little magic. Okay, that's what I like to say. Made with love and a little magic. I've recently implemented tarot just as another way to connect with my customers and help them heal. Any confirmations or inspiration they might need, they can visit me, and I give them a reading. Um, Body butter, sugar scrubs, you name it, I have it.
Now, what I'm showing them on the screen is your website, um, and I'm just showing them the products because I know that your website is under construction. But I
Hmm.
just wanted to kind of show them a little bit of the products that you have:
Thank you.
Juju jars, Juju kits, sage, and candles.
Yes. Um, yeah, however, recently a few things have changed, even within the business itself. So like I've done away with a few things. So that you see is no more. I had to do away with the mason jars. There were too many incidents with those. I switched to like dried herbs. So rather than
Okay.
having the juju jar, it's more so like a herbal bath tea
You even
mixture.
got beard oil though.
I do.
That's dope.
Thank you.
Now, can we talk a little bit about ritual baths?
Yes.
Um, Yeah, I'm gonna take this off the screen. Yeah, can you try to kind of walk us through what a ritual bath is? Because I think we see a lot of pictures and all that kind of stuff, but we don't really. I've never heard it broken down before.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So with the ritual bath, first of all, everything is mental. I'll have everything starts in your mind. So with the ritual bath, I make some for, let's say you're needing prosperity. I would make you a prosperity bath, okay, with herbs intended for prosperity. Okay, so such as bay leaves and cinnamon, for example. And you would just bathe in it with your intention, okay, to draw prosperity near you. All right. So I do different mixtures. Like there's a love ritual bath. I got prosperity. Um, what's another one I have? Just like peace. Anything you can think of. If you need it, I make it for you, fresh.
And I like that because what people don't understand is magic is real, is just all in manifestation. It's all about intention. If you speak words into existence and you really mean it, and you got the elements that the universe, the creator, has put on this earth to help manifest whatever you need, that's the real magic. And we always speak spells anyway because our language is based in Latin. So
Mm-hmm.
when we're speaking, whether it's positive or negative, we are actually speaking spells in real time. So why not use that in a positive form, like like this young lady is doing, like that. That's super dope.
Thank you. Exactly. That's what I try to explain to everybody. Like the words you speak have so much power over you. Really. So, and people realize that the negativity manifests quicker. It's easy to stay in a negative state of mind. It really is.
That's
The
because
challenge. Go ahead.
that's because the higher the vibration, the quicker the sound wave is. So when
Mm-hmm.
you speak, when you're always speaking negative, and that's like it is a longer wavelength. So the effects of that negative energy is is going to stay longer in your life. And that's also why when you do negative shit, like that karma comes when you least expect it, because that wavelength is longer. So it's going to take a little bit longer time. So you are definitely 100% right on that.
Yes. People need to get into it. People need to get into it. And it's like I know a lot of people, oh, I'm tired of people telling me to think positive and speak positive. Well, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You want all these good things to manifest, but you're the vessel, you're the oracle, and you're tainted.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't know what you expect.
And use the tools given to you. Like, it's not fantasy that there are certain herbs and certain petals, certain flowers that literally can pull the negative ions out of your body, that can literally cleanse cleanse your body. And if your body is nasty, then your spirit is going to be nasty as well. So you
Hmm.
can't have a pure spirit in a dirty body, or a dirty body in a pure spirit. It doesn't work that way.
At all.
And a lot of the times, what people don't understand is the physical is manifested from the spiritual. So if you're depressed, you're going to like do negative shit to your body. You're either going to overeat, or you're going to starve yourself, or you're going to not take showers, or you're going to do things to get yourself in bad situations, because spirit wise you're down. you know and people need to understand that element, because that's real life. Shout out to you. I've never seen you in here. If you're new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and welcome to the channel. But yeah. So you mentioned that you are into tarot and you do tarot as a service. Can you tell me how you got into being a tarot reader, and what has that experience been like?
First of all, YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, YouTube. Yes. I used to like last summer, I believe it was. Yeah, last summer, I started watching, readings for my sign of Libra. And I noticed how, accurate those things were that the reader was saying. And I just kind of paid attention to different styles of reading. And one time, like, I was just like, okay, I want to try this. This is something I feel drawn to. So I bought my first little tarot deck. It's called the Kawaii Tarot. It was such a cute little deck, for beginners. And I absolutely fell in love with it. Like, I practiced until, like, I really got it down packed just over this summer, because I stopped paying attention so much to what the card was saying, or what the meaning of the actual card was, and I just started listening to what came to mind when I saw the card, and not what it was supposed to mean. That's the intuition. That's spirit.
Because I always tell people, oracle tools are only a conduit. It's only a medium for the spiritual energy to manifest through you and teach you a lesson. So it's not, the card isn't magical. The card is just paper and colors. But the message and how it pertains to you, that is the spiritual element of it. Because somebody could just flip a card and it could mean nothing to the person looking at it, And everybody don't have a gift. That's why you have some people who are dead on and some people who are guessing when it comes to tarot reading and mediumship. So yeah, that's dope.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And I know, like, I'll go live, for those of you who follow me on socials. I'll go live on, sometimes my business page and then on my personal page. And I'll get a lot of people who are on my live. They're like skeptical. They're like, I don't believe in this stuff, but I want you to read me, and I'll read them, whatever the energy is there. And sometimes I don't even have to pull a card. Like, I'll be shuffling, and then whatever message pops in my head, I just say it. And it's on point. You know what I'm saying? And it freaks people out. It does. But I'm just like, hey, that's the vibration, bro. That's the energy.
All right. And you were telling me a little bit backstage that you feel like you're a healer. So when was the first time when you noticed, like, damn, I really be helping people, like, relieve their stress and get clarification? Like, when did you first feel like that?
Long ago. It's always been in me, honestly. Probably I'll start in middle school, because people used to constantly come to me for advice. And sometimes it'd be people that I'm not even close to, I'm like, why are these people so drawn to me? Like, why are you comfortable enough to just tell me your life story? And so, over the years, I was just very good at giving advice and counsel. And actually, coming out of high school, that's what I wanted to pursue. I wanted to be a marriage and family therapist at one point, because it had gotten that deep. But so yeah, with that, it's like the things that you say to somebody, your words are healing. You can heal somebody with your words. And I feel like, when people come to me, I give them a message that they really needed to hear at that point in time, whether I know they needed to hear it or not.
Right. So have you ever, like, felt compelled to just tell somebody something, like, out of nowhere? Like, you just see them and you're like, Spirit told me to tell you this. Because it happens to me. That's why I'm asking you, because if it still happens to me.
I'm trying to see, probably like with my siblings, but that's just me being, an older sibling. But not that I can recall. I don't recall having like to randomly go up to somebody and be like, look, you need to hear this.
Well, no, I don't mean like just walk up to strangers, but I mean, like, if you're talking to somebody and you go, without even thinking, like, you just get a message for them.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Like, boom. Like, you don't even have to think about it. It's just like, bam. Okay. So okay, we're dealing with the pandemic and stuff, right? And everybody is just like, oh, so scared and all that stuff, right? But business-wise, how has COVID-19 affected your business? Like, has it hurt it, or has it, like, kind of gave you, like, a bigger purpose, or has it just been the same? Like, how has this pandemic affected your business?
I actually think it's been pretty good for my business. In all honesty, it has. Because, as we discussed earlier, it's just people's time to shine. Like entrepreneurs, it's the time for entrepreneurs to shine. And the down market is when millionaires are made, you know?
Right.
And I noticed, like, you know, with me being like the holistic healer and stuff, a lot of people would come to me like freaking out. You know, they're freaked out about the virus. Some people were depressed and they would seek counsel. They would seek, you know, help. They would want my products to help them, you know, something to soothe them. So it's been good. It's been good for me. I can't
So
complain
let
too
me
much.
ask you this question. Do you
Yeah.
think that spirituality and religion can coexist together?
Hmm. That's a good question. I mean, they can. They honestly they really can. But it's just the fact that someone always has to be the more dominant. You know, one party always wants to be the more dominant party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just you need to seek duality and balance in all things, and people don't do that. They
That
could
is
really
fact.
go, yeah, they could go hand in hand because there's a lot of, you know, spirituality in the Christian in the Bible. Like Psalms, the book of Psalms is literally a book of spells.
But they don't think of it that way. And I think that's the issue. It's
Yeah,
literally a spell book that you're reciting from and you don't get that. Like
it's
it's crazy.
brainwashed.
Yeah. And like I feel like you can respect the divine and also claim your personal power.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't, and me personally, I'm not saying you have to agree or disagree, but me
Mhm.
personally, I don't think religion allows that. I think that religion is you take all your power away and give it to a deity instead of you being granted that ability from the deity, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Now that you know broke put it like that. Yeah.
yeah,
But
and
I
that's the
mean,
only reason why I personally think that religion and spirituality can't coexist because one gives you responsibility for your actions, and the other gives the responsibility of your actions to something outside of you. But that's
okay.
just my opinion. Like I feel like the divine gave us the greatest gift that the creator ever gave us was free will,
Mhm.
honestly. Because
Okay.
you're 22, so you could be doing 1,000 different things, but you use your free will to learn and have your own business and do your thing. And other people at 22 are bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just saying, like free will is like the best. It's the gift and the curse.
It is.
Um, So what do you think? Okay, I'm gonna give you this because this has nothing to do with business. I'm just asking you because I'm curious to know how do you think? What do you think America is gonna look like after this pandemic stuff? Like next year, 2021. Excuse me.
Mhm.
What do you think America looks like in 2021?
Woo! A hot ass fucking mess.
Yeah,
Seriously, a hot mess. I know what it's gonna look like for me because you know I'm going into it, you know, headstrong, optimistic, of course, but man, this shit has been going downhill, spiraling out of fucking control. I feel, you know, COVID, I already see COVID creeping its way into 2021 with us. So
yeah.
it's like, you know, some bullshit is bound to happen, obviously. And it's like that's all you see on the news. It's just fear, the fear factor. Everyone's gonna be in a panic. That's just how I feel.
No, I get that. I get that. I'm hoping that all of this great awakening stuff that's all the things that's being revealed will open up the black market to finally keep our dollars within our own communities. That's what I'm hoping, that's what I'm praying for, that's what I'm trying to manifest, that we become more self-reliant monetarily.
Okay, now if you're speaking on Black America, Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like not America as a whole, because we know they're fucked. I'm talking about black. I'm talking about Black America. Like,
Okay, there we go. So when you say America, I'm like, okay, yeah, but no, yeah, Black America, most definitely, because I see a lot of our people have been definitely waking up this this year, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. So I mean, we'll
indeed,
see. We'll
I
see.
call for a virtual Black Wall Street.
Okay, and I'm not mad at you.
I don't want to butcher your name, but I believe that's a woman. She says she is the oldest 22-year-old soul I've heard and witnessed in many years. Her aura is very astute and mature.
Oh,
That's
thank you
fire.
so much.
Okay. Okay. There's a new strain. A lady in Nevada has a new strain and went blind.
Mm,
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
yes.
everybody's been saying that there's going to be a second wave. So I think history is about to repeat itself. But I say this not to panic, because if we got through it the first time, we'll get through it the second time. They are
Mm-hmm.
saying that, and they've been saying that this one is kind of going to be more deadly than the first one. And like it's going to be like more serious, and that's going to make people like anti-vaxxers and vaxxers clash. I say don't let that happen. Use your intelligence, keep your immune system boosted, be smart about your daily coming and going, and just live your life. Like if you are paralyzed by fear, then the boogeyman won, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
if they
And
didn't
that's what I tell
shut you
people.
down with AIDS, then they for damn sure. I don't know why they doing this, because AIDS was did
Horrible.
10-year fucking since in the 80s to the 90s, AIDS was just killing motherfuckers. So like I
Right.
don't know why this one, like it's been 6 months. And they going goddamn crazy.
Ain't it? Shit. I mean, even when it started, I was trying to calm people down. Like, look, I'll post little things on social media. Like, listen, really, we have an immune system for a reason. You need to take care of it. Take care of your body so it can take care of you. Like, I was just giving tips, like, different tea mixtures that you could drink to help build and boost immunity. And, like, vitamin C, eat your fruits, be mindful of what you consume, whether that's what you listen to, what you eat, what you drink, okay, the things that you watch. Be mindful of what you consume on a daily basis, because that really has a great effect on you.
Yeah, you can't eat steaks and burgers and fries every day and then wear a mask and breathe in carbon monoxide and think that you're not going to be sick. Like it
You're gonna
just
be
does
sick.
not work that way.
You don't.
Like I feel like people, honestly, I feel like once they started to force people to wear masks in order to go into the buildings, people really should have just stopped buying shit,
That's what I said.
because literally, like that is like it's just a test. It's really just a test. Like how far can we go? How much control will they give us out of fear? And they went from making it a suggestion to making it a requirement. And now when you see an average person just walking around in a grocery store, people looking at you like you a goddamn contagion and shit. When it's like
You
y'all
ain't got no
ones that
mask.
breathing in, yeah, it's like because I ain't gonna lie, I go into stores without a mask, or if I have to just wear the mask to get in, I'll have it on and then I'm taking it right off as I'm walking through the store, because I feel like people should not have that much control over me. Like I don't think that's cool, because and not to mention next time you go into a Wally world, I'll say understand that those doors that those automatic doors, those are cattle doors. Go to any
Mm.
farm and you'll see that those are cattle doors. And make no mistake, and don't think that one day them bitches ain't gonna reopen for you. Like Like, don't think that's not a possibility, because it definitely is.
Oh yeah, they're FEMA all the way. Walmart.
Indeed. People think that shit a joke, but it's really not.
That shit is too real. But people can't handle the raw truth. They think, if you give the raw truth to somebody, it looks like a lie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
No, that's,
unfucking believable.
yeah. And that's in every capacity of life, to be honest. When you're too honest, it comes out, yeah, it sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody was, if there was a young girl who happened to watch this video, what advice would you give her, or what advice would you give a young man on how to start a business, or what have you learned being a Black woman business owner?
The advice that I would give, honestly, you just have to do it. You can't, there are some people out there who are strategic and they're very good at setting a blueprint and following it. And then there are others who just need to dive in and do that shit and learn from trial and error. And for me, that has been the most effective way, is through trial and error, because it's okay. So I just did it. I got it started and I made a mistake. So now I can go back and revisit that and just learn from it and implement, new strategy, whatever. So really and honestly, don't listen to like the naysayers. Okay. If you have an idea in your head, the divine put that vision. Okay. That divine gifted you with that vision for a reason. You have a purpose to fulfill. So do that. All right. Step out on faith. It's scary, it is, but it's even more scary staying in your comfort zone. Okay.
That's facts. That's facts. Because you can never move forward if you don't take that first step.
Exactly.
What has been the hardest thing about being a business owner?
Dealing with, negative people. Because it's like you'll be so excited, you'll have such an amazing idea that you want to share with somebody, but they're so pessimistic, and sometimes you start to embody that characteristic of that
Mm-hmm.
person. You start to embody like, oh, what if this fails? What if I fail? Because people will project their fears and their doubts onto you heavily. So throughout this process, I've noticed myself having to move away from a lot of people. I cut a lot of family off. I had to end a lot of relationships and friendships. It hurt, but I knew it was it was going to put me at a better advantage to succeed.
Mm-hmm. And that's sacrifices.
Yeah.
Those are the real sacrifices. And everybody ain't meant to come with you to the top.
At
You
all.
know, a lot of I feel like people are sometimes people can be a personified fear, and they're in your life to see if you're gonna let that fear stop you. Because I have naysayers about this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I have people who tell me, "Am I really making an impact? Like, do people really care?" You know,
And that's when you hit them with the "Who asked you?"
exactly. Exactly. And that's why I love this platform, because that is exactly what it is. Is I don't need your permission to speak my mind or to do what I want to do. And I really love forward thinking Black intellectuals, business men and women, because y'all like y'all epitomize that. Like, I love that. Um, Let me think. You answered so many of my questions so fluently. I'm trying to think if I can hit you with a zinger or something. Oh, no. Okay, I didn't ask you this. What do you love the most about being a business owner?
Freedom from restrictions, honestly. Freedom to be myself. My spirit is not, what's the word I'm looking for? My spirit isn't agitated, waking up
Mm-hmm.
and punching the clock. You know what I'm saying? My spirit is free. I feel I'm unencumbered to home, you know.
So you don't have to ask permission to like go use the bathroom or like, yo, can I eat?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I ain't asking nobody for shit.
Can I eat, please? Please and thank you.
Right. Yeah, so you got 15 minutes. Bitch, what? Hold on.
Right.
That's not how this finna
So
work.
what I want to do is give the audience a chance to kind of speak to you and ask you questions. So I'm going to put the call number right here. Call 313-327-9342. That's 313-327-9342. Please call in and ask this amazing goddess any questions y'all have for her, or if y'all want to ask her about her products or ask her, you know, just any questions at all. Please feel free to call that number, 313-327-9342.
Thank you.
And while we wait for them to call in, can you shout out your social medias?
Yes. Okay, so here we go. Facebook, my personal page is Katoriana Nicole. That's spelled CATORIANANIKOLE. All right. And then we've got my business page, JUJU Essence LLC, JUJU Essence LLC. And we have the Traveling Yoni, okay, on Facebook. JUJU Essence is also on Instagram.
First off, I want to say shout out to Bryson. Thank you for the donation, bro. I really appreciate you. And shout out Uncle Shug. What's up, man? I love Uncle Shug, man. That's my guy. That's my guy. Y'all need to call this number. I think she got a lot of knowledge that I think a lot of people can benefit from. 313-327-9342. How long have you been a businesswoman though? Or at least business minded? Like what made you say, you know what, I want to start my own business?
Since I started quitting every damn job that I
had. Yo, you preaching to the choir right now.
Listen, I'm like,
I get it.
I started working when I was 15. You know, I had my first job. I was a junior in high school, and it was cool or whatever, but I just can't get with all the restrictions. Like, why can't I talk on the phone? Like, why can't I, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I laugh with my friends? We was like limited talking. Y'all can't talk. Y'all can't have fun. I'm like, okay, well, peace. I'm gonna find me a new job. I was a job hopper. I was. And I realized that was not gonna bring me stability. So it's like, look, I'm a hustler. I always have been. It's in me. And recently, so last November, it's been a year since I've had my own business. And it's been doing, I'll say, exceptionally well. It could do better, of course, but it's been doing well.
No, that's fire. That's fire. Everything is a stepping stone, and the fact that you're doing it is just amazing enough. Like, I knew that I didn't want to work for nobody at 22, but I didn't have the confidence to actually try to have a business, let alone I didn't even know what a fucking LLC was at 22. So you're like, you're miles ahead of where I was at. So, hey, that's dope. I commend you for that. Like, that's fire.
Thank you. And I don't want anybody to get, down on themselves, because you can always start. Start over as many times as you need to. That's what I tell everybody. As long as you start, you know what I'm saying, and you never give up.
No, that's facts. Have you ever hit a wall where you felt like this is not for me? And if you have, what made you throw that doubt away and keep trying?
Yeah, I mean, so many times as an entrepreneur, I wanted to give up, honestly. I just, my spirit was just nudging me like, look, this is it. This is it. Because even the thought of me going back to work under somebody else is sickening to me. I can't do it. I couldn't force myself to do it. That's how I know, girl, you got to get your head in the game and keep it there, because this is it.
Right. Because there's money to be made. It's definitely money to be made.
Oh
You
yeah.
just gotta look for it. Like money ain't never just gonna fall in your lap. Like you definitely gotta do that alchemy and force the universe to what I'm saying, bring it to
Work
you.
with
But you gotta
you.
put the action towards it.
Exactly. All the money manifestations, all the abundance prayers and journaling, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that, it pays off. It does. You just really have to put that belief behind it that I'm abundant. Money flows to me effortlessly. It does. And if you don't believe that shit, you're not gonna see results.
Right. Yeah, my uncle always say that you can't put ifs and maybes to the universe because the way energy works is if you're giving a positive and negative, it's just going to stay neutral. You either
Mm-hmm.
want it or you don't. You can't have I want to have my own business, but I don't know if people will buy my products. So the universe is going to say, okay, well, I'm going to keep it the same way then.
Right.
So you're just going to struggle because you don't know whether you want success or not. So I'll just keep you right here.
Exactly. And it's hard. That's a hard lesson or a hard pill to swallow. Excuse me, a hard pill to swallow. It's like a lot of the times we are our own worst enemies. We really
Hmm.
are.
And that's when we were talking about how words are spells, right?
Of course,
If
yeah.
you're constantly thinking that you're going to fail, how can you succeed?
You
Like you
can.
can't. Even when you was learning how to tie your shoe, at some point you had to say, I'm gonna tie this motherfucking
Right.
shoe." No matter how hard it was. Like
Exactly.
how
But
many
you did
times
that
do
shit.
babies fall on their butt before they start walking? They don't quit.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I miss. I try to get back to like that childlike mindset because we were so pure as children. Really,
Yeah.
there was nothing that we couldn't do as a child. Everything was possible in our
Yeah.
minds.
No, that's
So
facts. That's facts. Um, and stress ages you too.
you said stress.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And if you're constantly being negative about your reality, that's just cutting your goddamn lifespan in half.
It's for
Like
real.
that's why people be like 25 looking 40 because all that stress and negative feelings and just negative stimuli.
Right. And then back to what you said about, speaking negativity but expecting positive outcomes. It's like, why are you trying to put a square in a circle? Like, you can't, like, what is you doing? Like,
Yeah. And then crying about it's not fitting.
right, it's not fitting. Well, change something up. Switch it up.
So the last question that I have for you before we end this. Well, first off, y'all need to call 313-327-9342. But besides that, what is your favorite product? Like what is the product that when people think about Juju Essence LLC, what's the first product you want them to think about and why?
It would definitely be the herbal bath. Definitely the herbal bath because it's meant to both physically and spiritually detox you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like when I first stepped into the game, that was my product. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing that I marketed and it took off and people loved it. They loved it. And I love it for myself. It's relaxing. So
Well, that's dope in the fact that you like okay, taking a bath is like one of the most spiritually, physically cleansing things you could do. So the fact that that was the very first product that you thought to make is amazing to me because for the exact reasons why you just said is why I started my whole entire business. So I think that that's super dope. Well, I appreciate your time, and shout out everybody who watched tonight's episode. I want to shout out Maya Santana. I cannot pronounce that name, but I'm gonna call you B Mode in the building. Kenshawn, Queen 2 Natural. It's always a pleasure to see you in the building. Gifted Soul, that's my brother right there. Shout out Bryson, man. That's my brother right there. And of course, Uncle Shug. I'm gonna do like we always do and leave with love and light. Is there anything you would like to say before we leave, Juju?
I mean, just stay positive. You know, things do change for the better. They do. You have to believe it first. So, all right.
That's facts. And buy her products too.
Period. Okay. Well, if you need your Yoni steamed, book with the traveling Yoni.
That's
I
facts.
travel to you.
Oh, are you? I don't know if you want to tell the internet, but where are you based out of?
Oh, I'm based out of Flint, Michigan. So I'm currently servicing Flint, Michigan, and surrounding areas.
Hey, that's the hometown. 810. 810 in the building. You know what I'm saying? But all right. Peace, everybody. Indeed, Queen. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.